Finishes on his feet. Behind him, Crosby Colapinto. Big assault on the pocket here. Throws that tail. He's going to hang on for the finish. I mean, the wave rolled off without him. But that's a very committed turn.
Yeah, let's see what Crosby got done out the back. So a big swooping turn, just displacement of water. Driving down the line. Gets a little roof climbing floater there. Another big swoop around the section. Now he starts to get a little bit more vertical in the attack. The wave cupping up a little bit more. But it's that these final turns here, McRon really starts to get up high in the pocket. Bang, slams it, and then a really high-risk maneuver to finish off.
And said, hey, you know, don't just put 30 years of sand on our beach, it's snapper.
And then that sand makes beautiful right-hand peelers, just like we're seeing Sawyer Lindblad tee off on here. She's leading the heat, and her backup's a 4.5. I'm saying that she improved upon that.
Oh, yeah.
By a few numbers.
And as a result, this heat is still wide open, and there is a place in the final against India Robinson up for grabs as Sawyer takes one down the line. A stronger start on this wave. Plenty of water coming out of the pocket here as she unloads a series of backhand hits. Can she get the finish? Wow. She does.
Yeah. He's definitely he's ticking all the right boxes, isn't he? And hang on a minute, here's a beautiful looking set coming through the lineup. Looks like it's going to go wide. Jett.
They are right in the spot and ready to capitalise on the biggest wave of the morning here. Hasn't wasted it so far. A couple of big turns to get started. Now busy through this inside section. The wave laying down for a moment, but he's going to stick with it. Super fit, primed and ready to go here on finals day. As Schilling finishes this one off. And he only needed that 5.1.
This happened right here. This went excellent.
Yeah, Alyssa Spencer just on her backhand, just showing how it's done. Very well coordinated ride. Only 3 maneuvers, but super well connected. The timing was exquisite. I saw her warming up on the beach, and tell you what, she was ready to surf this final turn here, Kaipo. Look how vertical she gets. Perfect timing.
Yields on this occasion to Crosby, who's got priority over him. And Colopinto drifts the fins to get started here. Whipping into the bowl. This will be a nice backup number for him. And this is really where he needed to sharpen things up in smaller conditions. And he's done it there nicely. Here we go. Here goes Cole. He's had a couple of 4-point rides, but that turn, that's got to be around 4.5 points already, and he's still hammering away at this wave. Bit of foam on the face.
Mate, he was getting ready in the competitors area, and I was just blown away by just how big and much he's grown. He's got so much bulk and muscle and strength, and it's really translating well into these turns. Quite patient on that wave, just setting that first turn up, letting that backwash.
She did find another gear. She started to look a little bit more comfortable in the CT jersey, but we just know how hard it is to crack that top 10 after 5 events. As we see Bella now with a good-looking wall standing up, hits the first section, drives up into the lip again. And the 16-year-old sticks that move. That's going to be a great score, Macy.
Really similar left bank. As you see Cole.
Yeah, loading up for something big. Great grab. And that's what we're talking about.
Schilling. Looking for something. Alley-oop. Sticks it.
Huge alley-oop for him.
A huge alley-oop, and it's actually the battle between friends right now.
16th on the Challenger Series last year. Here goes Cade.
Yeah, already a fantastic start. Nice flow happening here. You know, moving with speed, but doesn't look like he's rushing it. Hammering this pocket a number of times. And, you know, it's the combination of celebrating good surfing, but I think celebrating the fact that you've converted when you know there's limited opportunities out there at the moment.
That wave that ran off, but Cade made the most of it. This wave was an absolute beauty. Just staying so tight in the pocket here, just waiting for this wave and the sections to show up and going to absolute town here in the alley rights.
This was such a great wave. It stood up all the way through. Such a great pace on this wave for Cade, and the way he surfed it as well. Just didn't try and force anything down the line. Connects with that lip beautifully. Recomposes. Nice and low off the bottom. Really carves that turn there. Puts a little extra rail into that final part of the turn. Clicks onto this one. Drifts the fins all the way through to this inside section and gets a little bit more vertical again. Just
have to look out for Jackson Punch. This kid is so gnarly. A wiry, goofy footer. I think he's got the last heat of this round. He's one of my favorite young surfers coming up. He's just a versatile surfer. He's good in the air. He's got beautiful technique. I would look for him to be a threat to qualify this year. And then, as you guys know, Eli Hanneman, too, who's been a superstar for the last several years, he's starting to come into his zone. And with this schedule right now on the CS Tour, Eli is a major threat. He is so good with big air sections. I'd be almost surprised if Eli doesn't qualify this year.
Coach by Zali, but she could have got the number. Alyssa Spencer on the backhand. There's the weapon right there with the release on the tail. One more time for Alyssa Spencer. Why not? Make it 3, and she fights for that finish. So that's what we're talking about. That's what we expected, Alyssa Spencer.
Just seeing a replay here of Crosby Colapinto. Just that beautiful start. Here's that turn, and yeah, just felt a little... and it does.
So slightly.
Yeah, 6.73. So he's now after a 7.67 as we see Crosby now making his move, and maybe at the right time he's thrown some big moves down in the last couple of contests. There's a bit of flair.
And, well, we might see a ride-up. It is Cole.
There goes Cole in between wave. Racing down the line. Needs to put it up into the lip, which he does right there. Big spray coming off the tail one more time. Now getting into rhythm. Cole Houshmand with the final snap. Goes complete.
He made that one.
And selling that to the beach. Needs a 6-point ride.
Going to that turn. Super reliable. And I love that one. Just sort of keeps the projection going down the line. Comes square off the bottom there. And again, just this super dependable hack that he's been going to. The bottom bracket, a bit more precision and style and grace there, but we're off and running.
We sure are, and it's going to be San Clemente's Cole Houshmand getting started here. Driving up into this section, huge swoop. Oh, he's on his way to a big number. This is a replay, this one during the break. And what a wave it was, Laura.
Oh, that is a way to start off.
Here we go, Cole Houshmand making a move. Can he dump the 5-5 here and really put the pressure on Jacob Wilcox?
Wow.
Big flare on the tail, drives up into the bowl. Really fast in transition, and as a result, he's able to get back out in front of that wave, and that's going to be a big score. 2 big hits, and that is really probably going to push him up into the excellent range once again here.
Bottle Thompson was saying why, because eventually this wave was going to turn up, and Cole Houshmand has just absolutely taken advantage of it at first turn, just showing us something new, a bit of slide, a bit of progression in a solid double overhead wave. Watch this turn here, just leans into it, gets some tail release. Perfect control as he comes out, sets up this final section, tags it, and just steadies himself and rides out.
Mate, that face was so cupped out at the end of that ride. This could be better than his first wave. This Cole Houshmand with a victory here. You know, you just see him putting together a couple of more contests as he flicks the tail, and he's going to ride out of this big flare up, right Crakey style. He's loving it.
In between waves, she's going to use priority here. Alyssa Spencer up and riding off the bottom. Nice looking bowl, massive hit from her. Really big spray, and another one, tags it hard. Really nice combo of turns. Right, Matson's been a little quiet here, and he needs to get going in third right now. That's a beautiful turn off the top as he holds that rail really nice. Gets the end section hit as well. He's got a bit of fire.
A lot of fire.
The number 1 seed coming into this event, and he's been on a tear. Cade, just a big power hack to start straight onto the rail. Comes around the corner, lays into that. This is the 7.0. Let's take a look at this one. As he does on almost every wave, first turn is big, second turn even bigger. Really can it. And how's that little Jimmy of the board there?
Well, quick start for Kade Matson in red.
Look at a replay of
Cole Houshmand's last wave. Tags it nicely. The wind just creating a little bit of foam on top of that wave, and perhaps, you know, when you hit that...
Yeah, and I mean, we all know how good he is, but sometimes things just don't go your way, and you've just got to reset. As we see Cole, he's got no need for resets, this guy. He's surfing so good.
Houshmand belting it there. Couple, again, of really strong from the bottom into the top, so the amplitude in the turn is vertical. Judges have stressed that.
Some action around the water, guys.
Holds it for some time up into the closeout. He's there somewhere, he's right.
And he just goes from strength to strength in this one. Smashed out a couple of sevens, did a run around, have a little swig of rehydration from his crew as he was jogging around. Could this be one here? It's just a 6.95, the requirement. Here goes Houshmand, gets some speed from the takeoff. First turn is nice and crisp, and the second one, he puts it up and he emerges.
Champagne cork there as we transition back to the big, bulky 6'3" of Cole Houshmand, the young American on a tear on the Challengers Series. And he'll blitz away his second wave of the semi-final. And he'll just a little left-handed salute to the crew as he will keep his momentum going. An early start of the 5.5. He adds the second number, and it's game on at the Bolito Pro. Second wave of the set, perhaps offering Cole Houshmand the chance to improve on his 5.5 and stretch the lead. Big, blunt hit there, throwing spray all the way out to almost showering his opponent. And that is another potential nail in the coffin, because everything right in that exchange for Cole Houshmand. We'll say goodbye to the 5.5, and those are big hits taking place on the back end.